there everyone, welcome to another video on Streaming Stars. Pawn Stars takes viewers inside the gold and silver pawn shop on the outskirts of Las Vegas, where Rick Harrison runs the family business. He and his crew carefully assess the value of historical treasures brought in by everyday Americans and ultimately determine whether it's a real deal or a total bust. Before we begin, make sure that you subscribe to the channel and hit that bell icon so that you don't miss out on anything. Alright, let's get into it. Reality television show Pawn Stars has been on the air for over 10 years now, and it's certainly been an eventful period. Shortly after the show began, it garnered massive amounts of success, quickly becoming the channel's highest-rated program in 2011. During this time, Pawn Stars was averaging around 5 million viewers a week. Experts in a variety of fields also regularly appear to appraise the items being sold or pawned, two of whom have gone on to their own spin-off programs. As a result of filming at the shop, however, the 4 main cast members no longer work the counter, due to laws that require the identity of customers pawning items to remain confidential, and the tourists and fans taking photos and video in the showroom that would preclude this. When shooting episodes of the series, the shop is temporarily closed, with only a handful of customers allowed into the showroom. The shop is now mainly open for tourists, so the line to the shop extends down the sidewalk, and sometimes it can take 2 to 3 hours to get through it. But visitors should also be aware that if they are waiting hours to catch a glimpse of their favorite pawn star, the chances are not great. Occasionally, one of the superstars will come out from the back where they produce the show every working day and sign autographs for about an hour. Over the years, the show has had its fair share of heartfelt, humorous, and even intimate moments. However, it has also had its share of tense situations and even a few mishaps, from counterfeit products to outright theft and even irate customers. The series also follows the interpersonal conflicts and relationship between Rick, Corey, the old man, and Corey's childhood friend Austin Chumlee Russell, who also works at the shop and is a fan favorite. Unfortunately, Richard the Old Man Harrison had passed away at the age of 77, but the show is still running without him. The shop also now sells its own brand of merchandise, whose designs originate from fans entering design competitions on Facebook, which saves the Harrisons the cost of hiring professional designers. The staff's presence on Facebook and Twitter also ensures audiences during local nightclub appearances, for which Corey Harrison and Chumlee Russell are paid $1,000 a night. In an old episode, they actually caught some of Chumlee's party vibe when he decided to make wine by himself. It was kind of funny because he tried the old method. It seems like he had seen it in the movies and felt inspired by that, without knowing that it can actually be done quite differently. The inspiration started when they bought an old-school winemaking machine in the pawn shop, and he decided he wanted to make his own $2 Chum brand wine. So he filled up a trash bag with grapes and started stomping. Though he was afraid it would be a disgusting process, he found he actually kind of likes it, even if it is weird. Things became more complicated when he attempted to transfer the pulverized grapes into a giant wine jug. Much of the chunky concoction ends up on the floor, and the color isn't quite right, so Chumlee added some store-bought wine to make it look better. He sets it aside for 3 months so it can ferment. When the time came, he lugged the jug into the back room to present the other guys with his homemade Pawn Stars Pinot. He wanted them all to try it, but they were skeptical, especially when he poured a glass and it came out suspiciously murky. But Rick felt obligated to try it because Chumlee tried so hard. After clinking glasses, the verdict was split. Rick and Big Hoss said it was disgusting, while Chum and the old man said that it was not so bad. In fact, the old man offered to drink Rick's glass too. The show is made to be entertaining, but real life seems to be pretty entertaining for Chumlee as well, even when, because of that, he has to deal with the police. Pawn Stars fans were caught by surprise when Chumlee was arrested for drug and weapon possession as part of an ongoing sexual assault investigation. Though he never faced any sexual assault charges, police found marijuana, meth, Xanax, and 8 firearms not registered to Chumlee during a raid of his Chum Chum room, which is his party spot complete with stripper pole. It wasn't the first time Chumlee has been involved in some shadiness since becoming a reality star. In 2012, cameras captured Chumlee in a brawl with an unidentified man who approached him and a group of his friends while they were hanging out on Hollywood Boulevard. He later insisted he was fighting in self-defense and that the man was a stranger who asked for a ride, and then threatened the group with a gun. It's unclear what happened to the man who was beaten and badly bleeding when Chumlee and his friends fled the scene, but it's probably a good guess that he did not get an invite to the Chum Chum room. The truth is, we never really know the people that we like seeing on TV, and that wasn't the last time fans were reminded that the reality we see on Pawn Stars doesn't end when we change the channel.